MetaStock 14 has incorporated several key enhancements into the Power Console that can help you streamline your workflow. In this 4-part training series, I'm going to show you how to take advantage of those features. With that being said, let's go into MetaStock. In this training, we're going to review the added functionality of the Power Console's Explorer tab. We've added the tree control functionality in this tab. So let's select Explorations up at the top. And I'm going to use the right arrow key on my keyboard to expand the list of explorations. The left arrow key will retract it. And the down arrow key allows you to select explorations. When you double click onto the main folder of explorations up at the top, you can create a new exploration. When you double click onto any of the explorations below, it brings up the editor for that specific exploration. When you right-click onto any of the explorations, you get an edit, report if one exists for the exploration, a copy, delete, and print menu. The double-click and right-click functionality is consistent for all explorations. You'll notice here I have a couple of explorations selected here, and I'm going to scroll up to the very top where it says Explorations 3 of 308 selected. And when I right-click there, again, you get the option to create a new exploration, but it also allows you to delete those 3 explorations that I have checked, as well as print them, and of course to start your formula organizer. The tree control functionality exists in the list section as well. So I can use my arrow keys again to expand or retract the list of instruments shown below. I can also double click to create new instruments, or right click on an existing list to edit, copy, or delete. And the same goes for your custom online data lists. And if I were to double click on the public online data lists, I'd be able to manage the list of public online lists showing below. So now let's go through running an exploration on a list. So I'm just going to uncheck a couple of these explorations, and we'll stick with the Equus 1-day high volume. And I'm just going to select from my custom lists. I'm going to select all of them. You'll notice here that I have a composite created, and you're not able to run scans on composite, so that's grayed out. I'm just going to check my options here. All of them are on the same window, which makes it really nice and convenient. You have everything that you need here in this window. And I'm just going to hit enter on my keyboard, which will start the scan. And there's my report. I'm going to close that. And next I'm going to run a scan on my local data file. So I'm going to expand my list of local data files. And I'm going to go to my summary page. And my summary page just gives me a rundown of all the options I have set, of the exploration that I've selected to run, and on the instruments that are selected. And we'll start exploration from there. And there's my report. So I'm going to still leave my local data file selected, and I'm going to go and try and select as well as select my custom list, which is online data. And you'll see here that I get that message that says applies to online data only, applies to online data only. This is basically telling us that these 2 options here will only apply to my list of online instruments. They will not apply to my local data. And let's go back to summary. And here it's telling me that, I've selected both types of instruments, local data as well as online data, and that I can only do one or the other. So we're going to select our online instruments, and we're going to say OK. And again, the summary gives us a rundown of what we've selected, and we're going to do Start Exploration. And there's our report, and we're going to select Close. So finally, let's do a multiple exploration scan where we're selecting more than one exploration. I'm just going to select a few. And I'm going to leave my list to what it was before, my list of instruments. And you'll see here that our multiple exploration options are now available where they were grayed out before. And I don't want to automatically print my results, so I'm going to uncheck that. And I'm just going to leave my multiple exploration options as they are. And I'm going to go back to summary. Now again, it just kind of gives me a rundown of everything that's available, but it also allows me to organize my explorations as far as which ones I want to run first and which ones I want to run second. So I'm just going to reorganize those, and I'm going to start my exploration. And just as a reminder, you can start your explorations just simply hitting the Enter key on the keyboard. And finally, we're going to click on Reports. And that concludes my training today on the added functionality of the Power Console's Explorer tab. Thanks for joining me.